Oh, okay, we've got the Japanesey sort of music track going here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Vantage Master Japan, that's not a surprise. Alright, hello, I am Dr. KQ from Washington, and I am here to ride around the desert on a bike with no name. It feels good to get out of the rain. That's all of that song I know, so that's all you're getting. Alright. We have driven around like miles and miles and miles, and we have not found anything in the way of fishing trainers. I'm starting to doubt there is fishing in this game. And, if I can't find any, there will be blood. And I'm not allowed to kill people in this game, so, you know, audience beware. I bite. That said, I at least know where some interesting quests are. So that'll be a nice distraction, but, if I haven't found somebody to teach us how to fish inside of, like, the first hour of playing, I'm pulling up a guide. I want a full guidebook on this. That's Flutie. Maybe? Sure, why not? Magically suspicious. I'm a little suspicious of the Flutie Bebbles, yes. I don't know if I trust a woodwind. The last time I trusted a woodwind, I got my lip pierced. And not in like a fun way that gives you a cool ring you can talk about for the rest of your life. That said, it appears that somebody is drumming using that flute, so I'm fine with that too. So, we have a lot of goals still left in Sable. Like, there are quests in our log that we've never done. There are quests out of our log that we've never done. I know damn well that there are places that we're supposed to have found by now that I haven't found, because I kind of wandered off. I'm pretty sure if we sold off all of our scrap...
Let's go, creepy!
I'm pretty sure if we sold off all of our scrap, we could not buy dragon heads to hang off our shoulders. But we'll look into that as an option. Dinosaur. My favorite dungeon crawler that contains no dinosaurs whatsoever. Even Final Fantasy contains dinosaurs. How can you not get dinosaurs into your dungeon crawler? I guess Falcom redeemed themselves later by making Ys 8, which has many dinosaur. And Ys 8 was a good game. Anyway, we're down to about 15 seconds. And in 15 seconds, or 10 seconds now, we will begin the game. And I will go looking, yet again, for stuff to do out in the wastes. So let's go look for something to do out in the wastes. So you're all down here now. Music goes away. Game starts. Yes, it does. Good. We gotta find little Snick guys. We've got to find that bridge that guard lady said she'd meet us on. Do y'all remember the bridge? I remember the bridge. We've gotta go back to that big city that's having a crisis. We gotta do a lot of stuff. And actually, no, we don't. We could end the game right now. If I felt like it, we could walk to a mailbox and end the game right now. I'm not going to. Because I don't want to. But we could. Do we see anything that looks like a cartographer's balloon from here? Let's get up on one of these mounds. Or maybe those rock pillars. Maybe I can get up on one of those. And let's do a little twirl. That was fantastic. Alright, we've got lots of rocks here. Let me see if we can... I don't think I can scale any of these. These are a little much. What I need is a nice short stubby one. Oh hey, there's a bridge. Looking bridge. I think. Or is that a tail? That may be a tail. Yeah, this looks more like a Bridgeosaurus. Yes, there's dinosaurs in this game. Hello. This structure actually looks like it's designed to be climbed. And you know, I don't have any... Okay. I'll be back for you, bike. Yeah, this structure looks like it's designed to be climbed. Climbed all over. And there's a cartographer's balloon. Cartographer. Cartographer. Okay. And there is something up on that, up there. It's probably just a plant, but who knows? These are bones. It is amazing, actually, that this spinal column stays together. Most spinal columns will not do that. They will not, like, calcify in place. Don't ask me about that. I do not care to provide more information. Oh man, this is a weight-bearing spinal column. I mean, like, if your bones were like this, you wouldn't be able to move. Oh dear, the camera's getting a little, troubled when I do that. Just remember not to let your bones harden in place. There's that one disease that causes muscles to calcify when damaged. I mean, that's potentially valid. I don't know if these muscles... I don't know if that's a muscular system. Could be. I've never seen a fish get muscular... Well, maybe this isn't a fish. What is this? Look at that nose. It's only got one nose hole. Oh, maybe the other one's underground. What were you?
Rock Dragon!
I don't, maybe.
Rock Dragon! Big! Strong!
Maybe. 'Cause I'm busy trying to, like, communicate with it. And instead I get dragon alerted. Oh, hello. There's cities or something up there. People will build anywhere. Eastern style noodle dragon. What a shame. You'd really want to put it in your ramen. And yet, here it is. On a desert planet. Climb. Thank you. Can you not climb if you're bubbled? It feels like you can, but... Right in the breadbasket. The spine surfs alone. A giant spaceship crashed and dinosaured them. I mean, maybe. We haven't proven yet that, the spaceship crashes are what caused the extinction of these beasts. Alright, here we are, cartographer. You. Cartographer responds to my greeting with a grunt, and I assume some practiced eye rolling. Came all the way up here just to bother me. Did you ever think there might be a reason I'm up here with all these bones? I tell him I hope it's that he's a cartographer. He snorts but waves me on. Pick up a map. And let's leave this dude alone. Clearly he does not want to be here. Alright, so we've found the middle section of this map. I imagine this is the wrecked spaceship of the area, or possibly this. No, that's Kimball's Cube. We've already been there. We are currently here, and I'm pretty sure there are lots of... There's like a city over in that tangle. He wants to be here, he doesn't want me here. Well, that's too bad. We don't always get what we want in life. Like, I want to be on this sign-looking thing, and, I'm not, so... I'm just gonna have to not be on it. Oh, there's a statue of a guy with a sword over there. But I want to head... roughly this way. I think, I can scramble up onto the top of this mountainous region here. Well, it's all a mountainous region. I think I can scramble up onto the top of this. If there's no fishing, that's when lines have been crossed. If there's no fishing, I don't know if the lines can cross. Maybe the streams can cross. Anyway, I was promised fishing by the butterfly lady, and if it turns out she's wrong, then it's her fault. But I will bear a grudge against her, and she will have butterflies no more. Alright, we are up here now. And I want to go up a little more. And hello, there is a kind of a scrungly looking box over there. That's interesting. Do I head for the place where there's obviously people, or do I head for the scrungly looking box? I'm heading for the scrungly looking box. Scrungle box it is. technically I could just run across that. Or I could... And it looks like there's more ruins over there. I doubt I will get to those. Because I'm distracted by this. Okay, if this was a dragon, then it flew face first, possibly upside down into a mountain. I don't think that's good flymanship. Flight practices. That said, this mountain range looks like mixed chocolate and custard. And I want to bite it. Hi! It is a spaceship. Red light. Green light. This is not one of the bigger, more important spaceships. Aris trousers. The split-toe shoes make missteps at great heights less likely. And grips on the soles make exploration easier on foot. Yeah, alright. Let's put on the climby trousers. I doubt it will actually change anything. Or adjust anything. But I like the idea of wearing climby trousers. That is one of the few times I have championed the use of pants. Alright, we could just bridge over from there. So I'm gonna bridge over from there. I wonder what it's like to be in a bubble. Floating. Probably it's pretty nice. Okay, let's check this out. I forgot to ask the cartography guy about, like, other places around him. But it's fine. We will simply discover them on our own. Oh, this has pegs. There is nothing here, is there? Nope, I'm gonna have to head towards the fire. Although, what is this? Is this a bird feeder? And can I stand on these to rest? No, I cannot. Okay. Whoop. Okay, yep, I fell off. It's fine. Wait for the recharge. Just put your head through the wall. I can make this. A bird condo is what it feels like. A condominium for birds. Oh good, I can stand on this. Yep, that's what this is. This is a condominium for birds. Alright, well, I don't need to be here. I'm not a bird. I'm reasonably certain I'm not a bird. Or if my ears get bigger, I might become an honorary bird. Oh, what is that? That looks like a boat? Flying boat? I need to know what that is. We're going up there. Up. Okay, yeah, there's a person, but fuck that. Let me see the flying boat. That is exactly what it is, too. It is a boat that flies. Why does it have oars? How does your boat work? There are so many questions we will never know the answer to. Or else. It's true. There are so many questions we will never know the answers to. Oh, like, why is that wall doing that? That's a good question, and I will never know. Okay, hi, you're a person. What do you... Hey there, how can I help you today? What is this? It's an ancient Hikaric ruin. We found it a few years ago, and I'm trying to get it back to life since. Cool, right? After we got the bird towers up and running... Up and running? I spent a long time figuring out how to farm and engineer those big bones you see across the chalice. Oh, she made them! She, like, 3D printed some bones, I guess. How we navigate the rocks, ferry ourselves around. If you have a bike, I have some interesting parts to sell. If you see Umi around, say hello. It's nice to see someone else up here. Do I have enough to buy... Well, I can sell some of these, Yeah, let me sell a couple of these butterflies. Because we have a lot of butterflies, we have a lot of random stuff. Oh, she's out of money. I think we have enough to buy these. I'm very curious about this boat, Boat. About Boats. I'm curious about boats. I am boat curious. We're going back, we're leaving. We're going back to the, to a city. Marrowbone Station. And we're gonna have an engineer put our new boat bike together. And I bet the stats are gonna suck. But I don't care. I don't have to care. Hi. Colin says hello. Customize the bike. I kind of like this green color. Yeah, I think I just killed my max speed entirely. But on the plus side, look at this. Yeah, my max speed is now, like, dead. But I kind of love this thing we've made. This contraption. This airboat. Is it terrible? Yes, it is. That's fine, though. Alright, let's look at our quests. I should find Elizabeth at the Bridge of the Betrayed, southwest of Burnt Oat Station. I wonder what the ring-shaped artifact is for. I have no idea. Bring 20 chum eggs to the queen chum. Gather larval husks. Check a post box. Look for more of Saren's terminals. Bring scrap metal to Burnt Oak Station. Okay. So, let's head back to Burnt Oak Station. It's up there. I'm gonna take the long road and actually drive it. Because, I want to see if there's anything in that middle section that we've missed. So, I've successfully made our bike very slow. And now I'm gonna drive back to a station. You're all very welcome. Let's put... Can I put a marker nearby? Yeah, okay. Now I'll know which way to go. Oh, this is beautifully terrible. Don't lose your bike! How many times have we seen that pop up? Don't lose your way. I don't know any more words of that song, the end. I just think it looks so delightfully wrong to be hover biking with a boat through the desert. It looks beautiful and wrong. What's that? I don't know. Let's find out. It kind of looks like it's a...
Raid.
Hello, Raiders! I have successfully made my, bike into a boat, which means it goes super slow. And now I'm traveling the desert aimlessly. Kind of, sort of heading for what may be a landmark and what may not be a landmark. Made my way out of the geyser columns. I'm all over this map. I am all over the map. What is that? That is a column. Oh wait, have I just found my way back to like the very start of the game? That's entirely possible. Let's see what this is. That was the underside of the map. Hello, what is up here? It's an egg. Okay. That's fine. Ah, we are almost up to 40 of those. We're headed over there, so... Drop on down and let's head over there. I have also promised myself that if we reach the 1 hour mark, and I haven't learned how to fish yet, I'm going to just go fuck it and look up a guide. My bike has presumably crashed somewhere. It's behind me. Oh, there you are. I love that... Watching a boat come barreling around the corner at me is... beautiful. Nah, I'm going the wrong way. Other way. I have to find an NPC in the desert. Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, it is in fact mostly desert. But that does tell me that, for example, the NPC is not up here in the, There was a swamp somewhere. Down here, maybe? I don't know. Something that looked like a swamp. Should be in the area I'm in. Huh. Among other places, the cartographers with Tingle. Okay, I would hate that, but... Where am I? I'm over here. I'm going the wrong way. Head towards the red marker. Cartographer from Majora's Mask. Ugh. Beautiful. What is that? Hi there, what are you? Angler hut. Holy shit, we found it. You, teach me to fish immediately or I will kill you. More than once, Simone has slowed over a dune without my asking, or taken an unexpected but gentle curve around an invisible something, and I've wondered if she's drawing from a memory of a time before. Lately I've wondered if she's tuning into another different flow altogether, the movements of fish as they swim beneath the sands. I approach the angler with this in mind and think about how interesting it must be to find one's calling in fishing, and reaching out for things one cannot see. Might even teach me some patience. Hello there, Glider! What can I do for you? Angler Yoshi. Oh, okay, he doesn't sound like that. What do I want to talk about? I'd like to learn to fish. Angler nods. Fancy the angler mask, huh? Hope you're more patient than some of these gliders. I'm working on that. I'm certain he smirks. Well, either way, the first thing you'll need is a fishing rod. I'll give you one of my old ones, good for a trainee. Take this. You can use this to cast off anywhere you can find some sand. Like, anywhere. Anywhere. Whether you get a bite or not will be another matter, but that's the trick of being an angler, feeling it out. I nod. So if you want to earn the mask, that's how you do it. I'm not here to waste your time if you're not here to waste mine. For your first badge, all I'll need to see is some fish from here in Sandsea. Bring me a bellow guppy, a pebble eye, and a pillfish, and we're good. Remember, every species has its own habitat. You'll have to search around to find where they live, but word to the wise, a lot of fish survive by living on the roots of plants. Which should give you a place to start. Good luck out there. Okay, and, Kazzy says hello. Kazzy? I can hear the fur on his brow, and then he brightens. Kazzy! You know Kazzy, how is she? I tell Yoshi Kazzy's doing brilliantly, and that her vivarium is making a lovely start of it. That's great to hear. You know, she mentioned me, yeah? What'd she say? Said you've got the knowledge. That's nice of her, and honestly, I'm happy to hear that. Always worried she thought she failed me or something because she wasn't much for fishing. Who cares, I say. I just wanted her to do what she loved, and it sounds like she is. I think I'll go by the vivarium sometime. Say hello myself. Thanks for that, Glider. Tell him it's a pleasure. Alright, we can now fish. There is a plant right over here. Allegedly, fish are around the roots of plants. I think maybe I need to, land it a little closer. Okay, I think that's actually in the plant. Yeah, it can't actually be in the plant. It just has to be near it. Oh, okay. And there we go. We got a dopey dart. That does not look like a real fish. These goofy-looking fish are extremely quick, but remarkably unintelligent. That's great! We found an idiot! More consoles haven't had dedicated JRPG fishing controllers. I'm pretty sure you can get a dedicated fishing controller for the series Legend of the River King, which used to be kind of a big deal, isn't anymore. It's one of the few dedicated fishing JRPGs I've ever seen. Nope, there you go. A bellow guppy. It pulses its way through the sands using an air propulsion system that grows at the end of its tail. When frightened, the force of the propulsion can cause the bellow to drop off, leaving the fish stranded. That seems like a tremendously terrible build. When you're scared, your ass drops off and leaves you suspended. I don't like that. Alright, we have learned how to fish. Is that what I was aiming for? No, I was aiming for this. Let's head over this way. But we are going to be fishing a lot because I am a fishing maniac. So, yeah. Good stuff. Delighted to be here. Delighted to be part of it. I wonder if you can actually get anything by fishing in the river. Hello, there's a hole here. What are you? There's something in here? There's something in here. What is this? It's a chum. Sure, why not? Okay, But yeah, I'm delighted to have learned how to fish, finally. I'm only like 4 sessions into this game, of several hours each. I only have the entire map mapped out. Okay, not getting all the way up there. 40th egg, time to see the queen. Yeah, you know what? Alright. It is right over there. I'm just very curious about, like... Okay, can I stand on this? Yes. Can I get up there from here? Maybe. I see somewhere else I can stand. Actually, can I reach the... Yeah, I can. Good. Oh. Sandy, die. Die, Sandy, die. The Sandy. The. So yes, I am going to see the queen in a few... Ooh. Another one. Alright. Get a head start. Whoops. Okay, maybe not quite there. Eh. Okay, let's try this direction. Great. I do want to fish around these vines, so maybe if I... No, apparently I'm just not allowed to fish in this red stuff. It's too red. There's no fish in the red. Fish make excellent economic investment choices. Alright, there's the angler hut, there's the chum lair. I'm going back to the chum lair. In my previous playthrough, the chum lair was the thing that I never found. So I never upgraded any of my stamina at all. So that was great. The Queen! Here, the Queen, have an egg. Queen asks if I have the eggs for her. Welcome back, Sable. The Queen wriggles as she greets me silently. You've brought more of my children home. This is the true kindness. Us chums are not often on the receiving end of such thoughtfulness. Your dedication to us is truly a boon. My face is covered, but I'm sure the Queen can feel my immense smile. What a genuine smile you have. Oh, stop. I'm getting emotional again. Oof. We get a tear. And that's another half upgrade. Okay. The Queen coos at her brood. I feel stronger now for another one of the Queen's tears. Another 20, please. Another 20 from here. So, when we hit 60... let's see. I also want to find the beetles that are... southwest of Burnt Oak Station. Which I think is what I was looking for when I found the Chum Queen the first time. Hello. There are these cactuses over here. We haven't gone fishing by one of these yet. I may not be close enough. Oh. It's a dopey dart. Alright. I have to admit, I had kind of expected that you would have to find, like, water to go fishing. Don't know why I would have expected that. Don't know why I expected that at all. It would only make sense. Alright, I want to get a little closer to that scrub land over there. Fight me, scrub land. I'm ripped. This is just another dart. I can tell by the way it's moving. Yeah. Right, let's see if there's anything over here. This is another dart. I can tell by the very slow, methodical way it moves. Yep. So... one more... no. Can I get anything different out of this? Oh, look, the sun's coming up. Sun rising over the dunes next to me. This is different. I think I already have this. Yeah, this is a guppy. I'm starting to recognize how the fish move. That's interesting. So, to the southwest of Burnt Oak Station, which is where we are. But I want to head this way. Pattern recognition. It's a miracle that I have any. My ability to notice things is not always, What about the bones? Hello, bones! Can I bone you? No. Erase that from your memory. It's a dart. Alright. And these reedy looking things are... it's probably just another dart. I have the feeling that darts are the default catch for just random spots in the desert. I need to find probably specific places for the others. This looks like the, the air bulb fish. Hello, guppy. Okay. If nothing else, I'm getting a lot of fish that I can sell. And while I don't know if they're expensive, you can make a living that way. You can make a living in the sand dunes selling fish. Don't lose your bike! Yep, there has to be a beetle place somewhere around here. That's Burnt Oak Station up there. I am to the southwest of Burnt Oak Station. Do I see anything that looks like it might be a beetle nest? Bonk. I don't really see anything that looks like it might be a beetle nest. But then, what do I know about what a beetle nest looks like? Beetle nest, beetle nest, beetle nest. I was hoping if I said beetle nest 3 times, one would appear in front of me. Like that one Tim Burton movie, Nightmare Before Christmas. And yet, now I'm northwest. Wait, why is my bike marker back there and my marker here? That's unusual. Where does it think my bike was? Where does it think I am? There we go. Now I'm back on my bike. According to the game. Don't lose your bike. Have you decoupled me from it again? No? Then I don't think it's a problem. Alright, does it maybe think this way is southwest? Because I don't have a very good handle on which ways are north, south, and west in this game. I usually just use my keyboard, because W and E are right next to each other, and W is to the west, and E is to the east. I'm sorry, what was that noise? From the beetle hut. Okay, maybe I don't actually have to go there. Maybe I'm wrong. That was in the northern Badlands. Oh, that's way down here. That's way down here, actually. I fucked up. Down here is the Badlands. Okay, well. And I even marked it, I think. I even marked it on my map with a marker. Why was I back here? Because I wanted to turn in the chum eggs, and I wanted to look for the angler hut, and I wanted to do various things. Is this the Badlands? Which one? I forget which one of these is the Badlands, but I think it might be down here. And I think this might be the thing that I'm looking for. Maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the... I'm going to clear markers. I'm going to put a marker here, and I'm going to go back to the Vivarium. And we're going to go to that place and see what that is. And I'm going to abandon my fishing career. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to abandon my fishing career. I'm going to go fishing in some different places. But I know that in the Sand Sea is where it wants me to be for stuff. Actually, have I already been to this? If I've already been to this, then this is going to be a real short trip. Pattern recognition, indeed. Sometimes I wonder what it is that makes you folks show up. And I'm always amazed, and always somewhat grateful, and always really confused that you do. That's Campbell's Cube. I'm heading south. Aha. Like watching a Muppet play. It is like watching a Muppet play games, except I'm pretty sure Kermit the Frog would be a better Let's Player than I am. I think Rolf would probably have his shit together, too. Fozzie would, not. Watching Fozzie Let's Play a game would be excruciating. I think. He would try to do a bit, and it would just take forever. You would feel bad for him by the time he was done. Gonzo would pull off a bit, like, effortlessly, though. It's just that his bit would be, like, some kind of extreme avant-garde playthrough. Yeah, he would do like a speed run, except he'd get upset because he wasn't trying to speed run. He just accidentally did all that shit. I would watch the Swedish chef's cooking streams. I think the Swedish chef would get banned from Twitch pretty quickly, though. I don't think you're supposed to use live ingredients. This looks familiar. Did I do that? No. Nope, I can't have been here before. There's still loot. Is this stuff bad for you? It's fine. I can run around in the spilled gasoline all I want. Alright, that makes a green thing light up. I don't think, I don't think it does anything else. This makes a piston go off. Let's get up there and... Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, can I get this up there? Yes. No. Yeah, maybe. Yes, no. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? If I can get that battery down over there, down from over there, then, oh, there's one. And then we just, whoop. Ah, my head! Yeah, that's more or less what happened. Launch me. Splat. So then we put that in there. Hmm. So I'm gonna launch myself up and around and try to get to the battery that's over that way. That's not happening, not that way anyway. Am I missing a extra battery? I know very well that this is gonna rely on me making use of the batteries I've got, but... Because there's one right there. If I could get up there, I think I'd be set. Do I need you pumping away? I don't think I do. What I need is to get this dude up there. So let's get launched. Land on this, jump off. Okay, I can jump down here. Grab some scrap. Then hop across here, and I've got enough batteries to do this juggling act. Right. There it goes. It's over there. Yeah, it did land in the right place. Good. Now, I can grab the... No, I can't get that up there. Well, I don't have to get that up there. Who cares? Put this in here. Climb up. I think it'll go around the, Oh. Okay, no, it landed. It's fine. I think we can go around the... Yeah, this is fine. The hanging thing. The yellow hanging thing. Doesn't matter. We're good. We solved it. I have been adequately catapulted. One medal. Yeah. Yeah. Say hello to Saren. Your security clearance has been updated. Please proceed to the whale to authenticate. The text on screen remains a mystery, but this time I barely look at it. If it's lost to me, so be it. I want to hear more. This time, Captain Singh sounds different. Older? Up and running for 15 local years. I think that's about 20 in Earth time. Radiation levels are approaching critical and only rising. Between that and the lack of breathable air, even our children's children will need protective gear to do as much as walk between ships. Deacon finally gave up the ghost last week. Age, nothing more, just time. We've been lucky that way, I think. Guy never gave up on a corporate rescue mission, I'll give him that. It's stupid. Even if they were floating around up there, they have no way of getting down here, at least as far as we know. That stuff in the atmosphere, who knows? Singh pauses for a moment and sighs to himself. Saren, I'll be shutting down your primary functions in order to preserve power. You'll be booted up once every few years to try and send long-range comms. That's a job I leave to future generations. This way you'll have enough power to sustain yourself for a few hundred spins around this star. Hell, maybe more if anyone can figure you out. There's a break, and I think it's over, but... I'm sorry things ended up this way. I'd hoped better for us than to be stranded on a planet that wants to kill us but won't let us leave. Maybe you'll be able to make sense of this one day, but if anyone asks, in whatever century, tell them I tried my best. Now I need to go take care of my people. For what it's worth, sir, I quite like the masks. Saying laughs, and it's sad but sweet. Thank you, Saren. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. The recording shuts off abruptly, leaving me wondering. I take a minute to collect my thoughts, and then I say goodbye, too. So we have to go back to the whale again. But that explains why everyone wears a mask. It was originally personal protective gear. I think it's worth going back to the whale right away. But yeah, if the radiation was that bad, everybody would want to wear personal protective gear. I don't know if that's what the function that the masks still serve, but it's something. Ah, yes, the cargo cult of not wanting to die of radiation poisoning. Ah. I think we already explored the top rafters of the whale. Now we just need to go straight into the cockpit, which is off this way. I think. We did no-clip through the top rafters of the whale. Some of that stuff wasn't solid up there. I think they really didn't expect you to do that. And by they, I mean the developers. Say hello to Saren. You recovered data from all 6 ships on this planet. Thank you, Sable. I'm beginning to understand. Saren trails off, an edge of doubt betraying their otherwise emotionless figure. You now have full clearance, Sable, granting you complete access to the whale facility. Which means, we get a new bike. The bike in the chamber looks shiny and new despite being ancient. I asked Saren if it's really for me. Yes, Sable, there is nothing stopping me from granting you full access to my facilities. Please, avail yourself of this transport device. I assure Saren I will use it to come visit as often as I can. So, we have a shiny new bike. And by new, I mean, very, very old. Let's go get this assembled. We need a, Burnt Oak Station. Let's go there. Like, we could have a boat, or we could have this. Utari greets me warmly. Let's try the whale ship. Ooh, I like this color scheme. I think our max speed may have just hit 0. Oh no, this is quite fast, actually. I think. It's not bad. You know, it's not great, but I think we've definitely found better. That said, it is cool. And in the end, isn't that what matters the most? Also, you know, brand new ancient technology, and we're out here bonking it off cliffs. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing a little more to this side. Brand new ancient technology, and we're out here bonking it off cliffs. We're the best. That's what it's for. It's to be used. This is one of those, bicycle pump fish. I can never remember the name of. Yep. I need to catch a pebble eye, and I need to catch a pillfish. And I have no idea where they would be. This handles jumps really well, though. Pebble-looking and pill-looking plants. Well, you know... in the shadow of this tree... Maybe I could have gotten a little closer. No, this is the, bike pump fish. Yep. Let's try getting a little closer to the tree. Yeah, that's pretty close. I don't think so. This is the... yeah, this is the dart. Alright. Well, we will keep looking. No stone will be left unturned. Where am I going? I forget. I guess I'm just wandering. Yeah, this thing does get great air. You have to give it that. What about in the shadow of these rocks? Okay, that sucked. There we go. What about in the shadow of these rocks? I'm fishing uphill. I don't think so. Oh. Okay, this is new. A pebble eye! Its thin, pencil-like body means these fish can burrow into small crevices and holes in rocks. Huh. Alright. Now I just need to catch a billfish. Where am I gonna do that? Pillfish. Pillfish. Where does one pilfer a pillfish? Pillfish. If I were a pillfish, where would I be? In the water? Probably. Like any fish that fished. Pillfish. 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 I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Don't lose your bite. Pillfish. I'm unsure. If you asked me, a pill would be in, like, the digestive system, so I would be fishing in the bones. But I don't see any bones out here. Bonk. Yahoo! God! This thing is designed to go off. I could try the chum cave. You know, that is not an, that is an option. That is not a terrible option. Now, that is a good option. Let's try the chum cave. I think it keeps giving me the, don't lose your bike message. Because somehow it keeps decoupling me from the bike in its internal memory or something. Like, that's how it feels. Hello, giant ma'am. Please ignore me. This is not a fishable location. Damn. That was a good idea, though. All I wanna do, see you turn into a giant worm. I really wanna be someone who gets to see a giant worm. Maybe near the tall stone structures. It's possible. Wait a minute, let's try out here. Real quick. No. No. Okay. I guess it has to be this orangey sand. Oh, hey! There's a thing up there. RNG sand, yes. Yeah, that's the problem. I was fishing on predetermined sand instead of RNG sand. Hi! Give me your eggs. Let's try fishing near this. Ah, bite pump fish. Yeah, bellow guppy. And I'm gonna assume that right here is likewise. Oh, I managed to miss it. Like, miss it entirely. Uh-huh, same thing. Okay, what else have we got? We could go down here into this area. I have not lost my bike. My ass is on my bike. I got bike ass. Oh, wow. Okay. Man, it's starting to get a little stuttery, actually. Alright, what about in here? In this... No, this is gonna give me the one that likes to burrow in rocks, isn't it? Well, let's... Just get launched. It's a dartfish. Get scrubbed, launch. Get launched, scrub. Get me lunch. Steiny, get me a bagel. A Danish. A Danish bagel. Do they make Danish bagels? Hold on, I gotta check something. Danish bagel. Danish bagel wheels. A savory twist on raisin wheels. Bagel only because of the poppy and I don't think this is actually Danish. In Denmark. Yeah, there are bagels in Denmark. Delicious. Okay. I want a Denmarkian bagel now that I think about it. Blah, 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 blah. Danemarkian. I'm not sure. Well, never mind. Alright, I'm headed back roughly towards the Ibix camp. Oh, that's... Uh... That was odd. Game kind of froze up there for a second. I worry that I've somehow pushed it beyond its limits or something.
What I'm trying to say is maybe you ought to save.
Well, that's part of the thing, is that this game auto-saves, like, all the time. And if it's developing some kind of progressive Morrowindian memory leak, it's not going to help to save it more. I say Morrowindian, but I mean Oblivion. Oblivion's the one that developed the weird memory leak and started crashing around like 200 hours in or something. You know, I say that like crashing after 200 hours of gameplay is somehow an unusual prospect. What are those? Those are bones. Are there any pills in these bones? No, this is the same thing. I should just stop bothering, but... Stream seemed to stall for a few moments. I have, like, 300 dropped frames over the last hour and a half, apparently. I don't know why I'm dropping frames, or when, or where, or how. If it gets noticeable and bothersome, please let me know. I don't even know if 300 dropped frames is, like, something that's noticeable. Maybe if you guys were fighting game players. Like, if you were all up reading frame data all night. It's after that I started seeing hitches, yeah? Yeah, that makes sense. But no, I for real do want to know if stuff like that happens. Like, it does bother me. Oh, I've been up here. Oh, this is where the giant shiny worm mommy lives, I think. No, I'm across the map from that, so... Look at that Z fight. Look at that. What the hell is happening here? What are we even doing here? Okay, that's not sand. That's rock. But what about down here inside the cave? Met giant shiny worm mommy, now meet giant shiny Z fighting. Believe me, I am. Aha, maybe inside a cave. It's a dartfish. It's the dope fish. How did we find it? Well, I have already threatened the use of a guide once. I will threaten it again. Or maybe I'll just go look at a guide. Because I'm sure as hell not finding what I want. When you don't get what you want, you can just cheat. So let's look that up. Guides. Guide for fishing. Fish and their hints. Saying the vivarium had info, that's true. Pillfish. Persistence will pay off when fishing in areas full of cacti. Cacti? Alright, cacti. We're gonna find cacti. I think there's some up here. Or maybe over here. I think over here. Are you a cacti? I don't know what you are. You're not a letter. Where's my bike? Where's my bike? There's a cacti. Okay, that was really good aim. Not what I was trying for, though. Okay, this is rock. There's my bike. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna head a little bit north, which is the opposite direction. And I think these are cacti. Yeah, these are cacti up here. So I'm gonna go fish around the cacti. Look at them. They're majestic. They're huge. They're all T-posing. Let's not ride my bike into a cacti at full speed. Let's not actually do that. That sounds like it would hurt. That's a dartfish. Okay, what about over here? Okay, let's fish inside the cacti. Anything? Dartfish. Alright, gotta be something here somewhere. Between those two. Perfect, exactly where I was aiming. Maybe this is the wrong kind of cacti. Maybe I should go check out the vivarium. Alright, let's hit the vivarium. And ask for tips. And pictures of Spider-Man. You know, I didn't think it would work, but I had to check. Hello again. Do you know where I can catch fish? There we go. Kill fish clue. Yoshi says hello. Yoshi, oh no! He's laughing. Oh no, are you an apprentice of his? Or no, oh no. Did he tell you how terrible I was when he was trying to teach me? Well, I've learned well the power of a sentence unfinished. I let my well hang in the air, and Cassie understands. Well, I'm glad he hasn't changed. Honestly, I'm pleased he says hello, because it's not even that I thought he'd be disappointed even. Just thought he might forget. I shake my head and tell Cassie what Yoshi told me, and the compliments make her get smaller and smaller behind her hands, but I can tell they fill her up with particular joy. She shakes her head and flaps her hands when I tell her the worst of it. Yoshi is proud of her. I hate to hear that. She laughs. Or no, I don't. It's nice. It actually is really nice. It's just, it's really nice. Ugh. You ever feel like it's hard to hear nice things about yourself? Fuck no. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm playing someone who's like that. Kathy nods and sighs calmer than before. I'm glad you get it, and thanks, Sable. You really made my day. Yeah, that's cool and all, but, like, no, it is never hard to hear nice things about myself. I'm the fucking best. Persistence will pay off when fishing in areas full of cacti. Yeah, that's the same hint I got off the internet. So I guess I just have to keep trying in the cacti area. The cact area. And where's my bike? This way. Like, I was prepared to pick no, of course not. Honestly. Sometimes you just gotta be in character, though. Alright, where am I fishing? Where is... Bonk. Let's just drive through the cactuses. Alright, I'm fishing over here. Oh, wow. This is it. This is the thing. Hillfish. They are poisonous to humans, but secrete a fluid sometimes used for pain-killing purposes. That's good to know, because we're in the middle of a cactus field, and I just drove my bike into like a dozen cactuses. Cactus eyes. I capsized. Back to the angler hut. We are now officially an angler. I have those fish you asked me for. Good work, Glider. First step complete. You've earned this. But fishing's all about patience, right? Let's see how much more you've got. For your next assignment, I want you to head down to the wash. Bring me a little clicker, a bloated eye clam, and a trifle jelly. Good luck out there. Alright, we can do that, but... I want to, see, we've been back to the whale. I wanted... yeah, I want to go find the Northern Badlands. Which I believe are down here. So let's head to the bathroom connection and just head south. And we'll look for bridges as we go. My bike is right over here. Alright, clear markers. I want to head down to here. So let's go this way. We're gonna make it after all. And I bet now that we're in a different region, we'll be able to catch different fish. Except for the dopey dart, which I bet is ever-present. And eternal. You cannot be rid of dopey dart. Alright, that thing looks like a bridge. Or possibly a castle or a tower of some kind. Hold on, I want to fish. Okay. Can't do it there. Fog. But you know, I feel like we're making progress now. I feel progress has been made in the stuff that I'm looking to progress in. Namely fishing. But also finding things and doing places. And exploring. And getting sweet air off jumps. That was another big visual stutter, by the way. Bridge of the Betrayed. This sounds like somewhere where you would fight like a Dark Souls boss. What can we catch here? I'm in it for the love of the game, baby. Ooh. Failure. The game don't love me back. Expect the bridge itself to stand up and start attacking me. That'd be great. Scabby fish. Enjoys the cooler climbs of the Badlands floor. This fish is only remarkable in how unremarkable it is. You caught normal fish. This fish is so fucking normal. You wouldn't believe it. Alright, we gotta get up there somehow. To the Bridge of the Betrayed. We can climb this somewhere. Oh, that's the place we can climb this. Hold on. Right up here. Come on. Goodbye, bike. Oh, shit. I can't even climb. Oh, nope. There we go. My poor bike Simoon is taking a lot of abuse, but it's fine. If I was a bike and somebody wanted to drop me off a cliff to make a dramatic leap, hell yeah. That's the kind of thing I live for. If I were a living bike, in which... I mean, I don't have to be like a living bike, but... I could be a sentient vehicle. I could pull that off. There's always a canal. If you believe hard enough. Hi, Egg! Yeah, look, just don't expect me to fly, because these wings don't do shit. Alright, let's head around here. Alright. Scare the birds. That's very important. Again, I'm like, this probably isn't gonna work, but no. You can't fish in water. What kind of harebrained idea is that? Fishing in water. Obviously. Why did I ever imagine that that would be the... Dude. I have to go... Do I have to keep going up? I might have to keep going up. Hold on. Yo, if we crash landed here, who the fuck are the dudes in knight armor? Were they like the original indigenous people, or did we regress to the fucking Stone Age for a little bit there? You know, the Stone Age. That's traditionally when people fought each other with swords and knight shields. And Elizabeth greets me. Ah, you decided to join me. I wanted to see you. I tell Elizabeth that I wanted to see her again, so here I am for a second hello. She seems to like that and gives me a little pat on the arm. I wanted to see you too. Didn't have any trouble with the climb, did you? I tell her no and ask how she managed. Been keeping pretty spry all these years, not to mention the views, all the motivation an old ladybird like me need. Ladybird? Ladybird like me needs. Thank you though, little glider, you're a good one. I'd like to give you this with my gratitude. Given our present location, it seems a little on the nose, perhaps, but... Quick nod to the great statues looming behind her. Elizabeth hands me a guard's badge. I flip it over in my hand, rubbing my thumb across its face, and I thank her for it. Just a little token, but I suppose it's also something to think about on your gliding, eh? Guard's life treated me well enough, and if you ever fancy giving it a go, that badge gets you one step closer. I picture myself in a guard's mask. It's odd, but not absurd. Would I be any good? Take care now, friends. Perhaps I'll see you along my next travels. Thinking about a visit to the wash, you know, so if ever you happen to glide on by... Promise her I'll keep an eye out. One more thing, if you do go the guard route... I perk up. She turns and gestures to the statues again. Aim to be the one with the high ground. The way he's angled, the fellow coming up from the bottom doesn't stand a chance. We share a warm goodbye, and I go on my way. Ah, yes, it's over. That guard has the high ground. Might underestimate his power, but I wouldn't try it. Yeah. The one on the bottom has sand everywhere. That's also true. I'm gonna climb up your pelvis. Somebody pointed out that, Anakin attempts to do the exact same flip move over, Obi-Wan as Obi-Wan did over Darth Maul. And, like, that's how Obi-Wan knew what he was about to do. Like, I kind of figured that's why he says, I wouldn't try it. Because he knows what he's gonna do. Am I really gonna try to climb up there? I don't know. Does this... Hey, wait a minute. Here's one of those facey faces. I feel a suggestion enter my mind. When the swords cross, stand face to face. When the swords cross. When the swords cross. When do the swords cross? At, like, noon? Because she's got to be talking about the shadows, right? Oh, shit. Okay. I guess it's at 8 o'clock. Monumental stone bottoms. Do I have the monumental... Any other monumental gear? Yeah, I have the monumental top, and now I have the monumental bottoms. So now I'm all glowy. I don't think there's a monumental face mask, though. The monumental butt, it's huge and firm. It's like an obelisk. It sticks out so far. And sunset dye. Nice. Dye sunset dye. I fell off the bridge, and I didn't mean to. I was trying to just jump up onto that little wall there. And I seem to be just falling off. And drifting. I guess I'm going over here? Ah. There we go. No, there's no way. There's no way I'm making it up there. Alright, let's just... The wash. I don't remember which one of these is the wash. I think it might be down here, but... Either way, do we want to try to pursue that? Do we want to try to get the guard badges and become a guard? I don't know if I did. I don't know if that's something I don't think that's one of my goals, is to become a guard. Like, for one, fuck the police. For two, guarding is boring. You just kind of stand there. And when it's not boring, it's really, really exciting in really bad ways. So, I don't think I want to be a guard. The scabby fish. I already got one of those. That's fine. Where's my bike? This way. It's not coming to me, which... that bothers me. Yeah, my bike does not appear to be headed towards me at all. I'm gonna have to go find it. Where is it? I think it's back on the bridge. There it is, yeah. Alright, I want to head north, I guess. Not that, clear markers. I kind of want to head up here and see if there's anything up here. There's gotta be... Well, I remember that there is a quest in Ecria to do some stuff. And I remember that being one of the best quests in the game. And I don't remember why I thought that. Oh, game paused again. But let's head towards Ecria and see what we can see. Over the mountain. Man, this is, the game is starting to kind of cough and chug. I worry that we may not have much time left. So I think I may try to do the quests in Ecria and wrap things up tonight if possible. Time to reload the game. I don't know if that'll help. It's been very persistent. Like, I'll exit out, but I don't know if it'll help to... Like, I think it's the save, not the game itself. Yeah! Logos, thanks. Alright, let me exit out and load back in. Alright, we're back in. We'll see how it holds up. If it holds up. Let's climb up here. I'm curious. Oh, wow. Launched. Can we climb up here? I don't think we can. That was that's fantastic. That's great, actually. Okay. That didn't work. I tried. I thought it was gonna work when we got propelled at it at, like, Mach 1. Anything in this field of scrubbery? Or close to it, I guess. Hello. A sand ray! This rare fish is held up as a sign of good luck in cultures across the dunes. They typically travel alone. A delicacy in Red Sea, but eating sand rays is frowned upon elsewhere. These are a delicious delicacy. You just can't eat them anywhere except this one place. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Where are we headed? Let's head back towards Ekria, yes. Oh man, look at that gigantic spire. You know there's like one single chum egg up there. You know there is. Like, you can only get to it after you've maxed out your stamina. So it's totally useless. Whoa! I think my bike just sank. I don't think that's a yeah. Yeah, there it is. That's where the little ripples show where it was. Okay, what if I get back out? And then it sank again. Okay, cool. Oh, fuck. Alright, it can't go over the water. Come on, let's get you away from the water. That was kind of sad in a way. Alright, we gotta find somebody to talk to. I know that there's somebody we can talk to who... Okay. The guard towers over me. I can't tell if I've somehow committed some kind of transgression as he looks me over. He seems to be contemplating a decision of some sort and mutters something unintelligible under his breath. Hello? He seems to refocus as I speak, as if remembering that I am a living being. You'll do. I have something in mind for you. Let's make good use of you. Me? I ask him how. Well, you're a glider, by your very nature an outsider. You belong to nothing and no one. And therefore you are capable of an uncommon objectivity. I wonder if I should share my myriad of popular, unpopular, or deeply subjective opinions. But decide to spare him. He seems to have much more to say. My name is Sandip, and I'm in the middle of a very serious investigation. There are a few I can trust. You may have noticed we find ourselves without power, yes? Do we? It's no accident. Someone stole the power core from out of the atomic heart. And the perpetrator eludes me still. I thought perhaps you might be able to help me solve this crime and bring the thief to justice. I'll help! I've already begun to picture myself darting in and out of the shadows, tracking the elusive power thief through the city. In my mind, I am swiftness and smoke, a creature of cunning and dexterity. Then Sandip hands me a rusted heap. This is an old power core, scrap really. If you bring this to the Machinist for me, he can fix it and we get this town going again. But while you're there, I want you to ask if he has any idea who might want to steal something like this, and why. I'd ask myself, but... people are less forthcoming with guards? You get it, I see I've made the right choice. Report back when you've taken care of this, yes? I'll be waiting. Say goodbye to Sandip. Heartbreak in the city. We have to investigate a power core theft. And also find a mechanist. I quite like it when the power is off. There's a sense of peacefulness to it. Everyone is terrified. The doctor looks concerned and frustrated. It's power cut. All our medical equipment, prosthetic alignment, artificial wombs, it's all going to run out of power very soon if the energy doesn't come back. Those useless guards and machinists. Okay, some people are terrified. How's it going? I have no idea where the machinist is. Ah, it's marked on my map, my compass. Okay. A bucket. Hamza is a machinist in Ekria. He's busy tidying up the workshop. It looks like someone's ransacked the place. What can I do for you, Glider? I have a delivery for you. Hamza smirks, but his expression is warm. They got you running errands, huh? I like to keep busy. Oh, I can relate to that. If I don't keep working, eventually I'm gonna have to think about some of the things knocking around in this odd little brain of mine. And nobody needs that, least of all me. Jesus Christ, Hamza. I'll drop this thing off with Sandip when it's good and ready. Anything else I can help you with? What happened here? Hamza explains that this happened a few nights ago. He's got no idea who did it. Could this be related to the power going out? He seems more resigned than concerned about having his entire workshop ransacked and indicates he doesn't know who or why someone would do such a thing. I'm not sure I'm convinced by his ignorance, but I let it go. Some questions about the power cut. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? He crosses his arms and looks down, thinking on it. Power is the lifeblood of everything we do as machinists, and our work exists to uplift the past and secure the future. Power supports the machines, and machines are bound to the people. I nod, listening. You want to take power from people, then you wish to make people powerless. I guess? He looks sad at this. So I think you'll be looking for someone who cares little for the common person. Where were you when the power went out? I was in the workshop, sleeping. Get most of my sleep there lately, if I'm being honest. Shrugs. That being the case, though, I didn't notice anything was wrong. I asked why not. 'Cause I'm a machinist, is why. Not one of us, no matter how different we may seem, would ever be caught dead without a backup generator, so I had a few hours good rest before I caught wise. Who do you think did it? If I had to say? Touches a hand to his chin. Iria, the merchant. I tell him I'm listening, and he shuffles his feet, getting closer to me. His voice lowers to a low rumble. Iria and her ilk run this town. The markets are their locus of control, and they've got their claws in the food stocks. Imagine, if you will, what happens when the power goes down. All of a sudden, folks are stockpiling food, and Iria and her lot are hiking up the prices. There's not a damn thing that any of the rest of us can do. You should look into Iria. You'll find her weaving her web of corruption from above the beetle market across the bridge. Have to persuade her guard to let you through. Alright. We did get into the city earlier and unlock a path to talk to Iria. I accidentally sequence broke a little bit, I guess. So let's see if we can find where she is. across the bridge, he said. Fastest way to find your way around is to hit the rooftops. I think this might be the bridge. Oh, that's the doctor we just talked to. Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly she is, come to think of it. Whoops. Well, we found her once, we'll find her again. Oh, this bridge. And then here's the markets. And there's the guard. And up here is area. Zerum, the animation. Yes. I have some questions about the power cut. You have 5 minutes and then I want you gone. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? There's a deeply irritated sigh at the beginning of her speech, and it comes out like the hiss of a viper. 2 reasons I can imagine. One, because they have something to gain from bringing the town to its knees. A sharp, annoyed inhale. 2, because power core is such a substantial price in illegal markets. Could be one of those, could be both, don't know. Who do you think did it? Be some lowlife from the Sarai, probably that climber fellow, Gary. They say he's, you know, one to speak to when a job needs doing, but he's not exactly what I'd call discreet. Fellow like that, he won't be the brains behind it, but if I were a scummy little nobody, he'd be the person I'd hire to get the work done. Told you could find him under the bridge outside the town gate. Alright. Let's go talk to Gary. And afterwards, we will check in with Sam Dip. Outside under the bridge. Not under this bridge. Outside the town gate. And the town gate is... well, not over here. Power being off means a lot of business has stopped completely, but some market traders seem to have been able to take advantage of the situation. Deliveries have been busier than ever. Erie and her kind always seem to know how to squeeze blood from a stone, but this feels like things have worked out too well for them. Maybe don't tell anyone I said that. Quite like it when the power's up. Yeah, I said that already. A lot of opinions here. We'll talk in a minute. But... Climber Gary, who is underneath the bridge. Yeah, here he is. Gary grunts hello. He scratches himself and spits on the ground before giving me a shrug. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Gary smells. It's not the worst or most pungent smell, not rot or bile or anything so pointedly awful. Gary's smell is like old dust, tinged with stale oil and ground into the fabric of old garments or buried under fingernails. It clings to him and I turn away just as well as he answers me. Heard about a big sale going down in the Sarai recently. Not sure what, but it caused a stir, let's say. Whatever it is, it's long gone by now. He shrugs, and I press him a little further, asking if he had any idea who the seller was. Far as I heard, it was some Machinist with a mushroom habit. Not sure how true that is, but let's say it's come up a few times. Could this Machinist be Hamza? I add him to my list of suspects. Where were you when the power went out? Cafe. I cross my arms, mostly out of impatience, but it seems to work on Gary somehow. Alright, I got a little scrap. Is that what you want to hear? Nothing to do with anything. Probably not your business, but sure. Had a fight, power went out, broke it up. I keep my arms crossed. End of story, I got nothing else. Who do you think did it? He stares at me for a few seconds, and I mistake it for consideration before I realize he's looking at me like I'm stupid. I don't name names, even if I did, beats me who did this. More power to him, I say. He's paused and he laughs loudly. You get it? More power to him? Very funny. I muster a false laugh for him, but it seems to offend. He waves me off. So we have various suspects. And we could be digging for more information. You have to do something! The power's been off for days now! Useless. Completely useless. How do we end up in a position where almost everything we rely on comes to a complete halt? The people are eager to see justice done. Sandep rocks from the balls of his feet to the heels and back, pleased. Good news! Hans has finished his work on the spare power core. I could use your help with it if you have a moment. I'd like you to take the new core to the atomic heart and plug it in. While you're there, see if we can't pick up on any clues about who may have stolen the original, yes? Ooh, I love a mystery. So long as it doesn't last too long, yes? Hansa left a key card for you. You need it to unlock the front door. The central chamber is protected by a security code. I'm sure you'll find your own way in. The thief managed somehow. Head to the substation just outside town and follow the power cable that runs through and under the sands. Okay. So... there's a lot of theories about how to do a detective mystery. Like, you could keep constantly digging, searching for the truth. And that's well and good. I like finding the truth out about things. I like knowing for sure who did something and why. But some of the time, detectives like Sherlock Holmes, Columbo, they like to poke people. And if somebody did something and, you know, it was for a good reason, they're not always big on punishment. And if someone did something and, maybe they didn't technically commit a crime, but they do deserve to be punished, well, there's that too. And I'm thinking that the merchants have taken some unfair advantage of this situation. Where am I compared? I've gone too far. They wanted me to go to the start of the power cable, and I tried following it out. So honestly, I feel like whatever happens, we're pinning this on Iria. Was she personally involved? Maybe not. Is she committing a crime? Yeah, probably. Would it help to get Gary arrested, who just seems to be a random thug? Or would it help to get Hamza arrested, who seems to be just a perfectly ordinary machinist? I don't think so. The only problem is, I have the feeling that nobody's going to arrest Iria. I have the feeling that she's gonna throw somebody smaller under the bus and get away with it. No matter what. And, well, that's unfortunate, but that's life. You have to just keep plugging away, you know? Pin the little things. Work up to the big things. Let them know you're watching. Let them know you're aware. Here, this looks like the power station up ahead. Yeah, this is where the power cable goes. The atomic heart. And if nothing else, whoever gets punished, whatever else happens, at least the people get the power back. In a metaphorical and also a very literalist sense, as we will be plugging in the power core. Ah. But like I said, I like finding the truth, but I also like finding justice when I can. And sometimes they're not always the same thing. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to get at this. Place is rich with eggs. Yeah, let's just scramble on up and around. And over. Atomic shell die. Neat. Plain as day, one can see the high window has been smashed, and it's wide enough for any grown person to make their way inside. But they need to be quite athletic. Most of the glass is on the outside of the chamber. It may have been smashed from inside. Interesting. This goes in here. Yeah, that lets me out when I'm done. So someone got inside this, somehow. Sparks shoot out from the wires around the sockets, but the damage to the empty socket itself is non-existent as far as I can tell. The culprit took great care in removing the core. It makes sense. If I were to steal something so valuable, I would be delicate too, but why the torn-up cables? It looks almost staged to me. I think what might have happened is Hamza was hired to do this by someone else. And I don't know who. There's a clump of feathers on the floor. Strange. I try to picture the bird, large and powerful enough to carry away the power core, and decide that's one suspect I can absolutely rule out, though I would very much like to see it. Now this is a clue. A scrap of paper lies discarded on the floor, and when I take it up, I see it's a promissory note. Someone, perhaps the culprit, owes money to the merchants. It's possible the culprit dropped it, but who could be so careless at the scene of the crime? I wonder if it's the plant left to throw me off the scene. So yeah, if you ask me who I think the actual culprit is, I would probably point at Hamza. If you ask me who I'm going to blame for this, it's Iria. before we, maybe before we do too much else, we should stop in and have a chat with Hamza. He's around here somewhere. He looks too busy to interrupt. Watching him work is mesmerizing. Sands from different parts of the world forming different colors, textures, and strengths of glass. Yeah, if you ever want a full, like a completely foolproof, source of income, take up glass blowing. Particularly, like, medical glass blowing. There are glass springs in machinery and, devices that no one knows how to make anymore. That shit gets broken, it's gone. Nobody's interested in doing glass blowing, delicate glass blowing anymore. Hamza says hello. What can I do for you, Glider? Can't ask any different questions. I don't see any feathers around here. Oh well. Off to sand dip. Hey, tiny people. The huddled children giggle as I approach the way children do. You're never quite sure whether they're entertained, nervous, or mocking. I decide not to let myself feel judged. You're a glider! How do you know? I saw your bike. Can you tell by your clothes? I'm psychic! You got me. Do you want to play a game with us? Sure. The game's hide and seek. Do you know it? I think I might know it. I tell them I used to play with a young friend of mine back home. They don't seem particularly interested in the story. I've never felt so old. Good, you're it. We'll go and hide and you have to find us. Tell them to wait. Once I, the great worldwide guider, cunningly track them down, how can I call them out if I don't know their names? Don't be so sure you'll find us. This is our town, remember? I'm Paula. I'm Jeff. And I'm Nez. Tell them my own name, then Paula points at me. You ready, Sable? You have to close your eyes and count to 100. No peeking, no skipping, count slowly. I would never skip. Close my eyes and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 57, 58, 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for them. You big. You real big. Ah, Glider, you did a brilliant job getting the power back on. I don't know if you could hear it, but there was a tremendous noise. The whole town was delighted. It wasn't easy. Your work is appreciated, and you are valued. Now, he leans in. About a little investigation, any useful evidence? What did you find when you searched the heart? There was a feather on the floor. I tell him about the feather I saw on the floor of the heart and suggest the culprit may have left it behind. I say it might have been an accident, and then I pause a moment with some drama and whisper it could also be a calling card. Stand-up crosses his arms, nodding furiously. I found a note. It listed the debts owed to the merchants. Was this left there on purpose? Or did the culprit drop it by accident? Stand-up steepled his fingers with interest. I tell him the window to the control room of the heart was smashed open, and it's presumably how the culprit got inside. I explained that the socket for the core was in perfect condition, flawless even to one such as myself, who is decidedly not an expert. I thought that whoever removed the core knew what they were doing and didn't want to damage it. Sandip seems to like the sound of this. Area is very powerful. We'd have a very hard time building a strong case against her. What's her motive? To profit from the panic? Yes, people have definitely been stocking up since it happened. How did she do it? Hamza owes her money. I see, so she made him give her the key. It was a group. It's the motive, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think it's a group effort. Make an accusation. Who's the culprit? Merchant area. Blackmailing Merchant Hamza. I'm excited to explain how Area benefited by rigging the markets after power was lost in the town. How she exploited the power cut to create scarcity and raise prices in people's desperation. My excitement is curtailed by the way Sandip sighs halfway through my explanation. I say I don't think Area herself did the crime, and he looks even more resigned. My case seems to be falling apart. I can't arrest Area. That's not how things work in Acretia. Even if you had some kind of indisputable evidence, which you don't, this isn't going anywhere. I feel deflated. Did I miss something, or was this always a fool's errand? Thanks for your help anyway, Glider. Maybe it's best you don't tell anyone about our little discovery here. So, I happen to know that the guard will happily arrest Gere, because that's who I accused my first time through. And the guard will probably arrest Hamza, because he's functionally a nobody, and all of the evidence seems to point to him. But he can't arrest Aria, because she's rich. And that's just how it goes. I didn't know that he wouldn't be able to arrest Aria, but I figured as much. I figured as much. That said, I made the accusation I set out to make. And, I stand by it. Oh. Nice clothes, though. Like, I don't feel like I have anything to gain. I thought this was a really good hiding spot. You're smart for a grown-up. I take the compliment. Like, I don't think there's anything to gain by getting those other two arrested. So, if by accusing Aria, I keep two other randos out of jail, that's still a net positive. And sometimes you just have to make tiny little adjustments wherever you can. Hello, are you a child? You don't look like a child, you look like a buckethead. Hello, are you a... You're not a child. You like that way of looking at it? Good, it keeps me sane. It keeps me stable. Child. You found me! Are you sure you counted all the way to 100? Now we just need to find Nez. Nez is that kid from Earthbound, right? I don't know. I think in the end, every person has to decide what justice means for themselves. And whether it lines up 100% with being completely truthful about things and all that kind of stuff. An ethical exploration. Oh, that's neat. Bless Rana, the power came back on time just in line. The power came back online just in time. I had 2 early stage babies and wombs that could have run out in days. Shar Varana introduces herself. She's the Atomic Priest in Ekria. The Atomic Priest leans forward in a way they must think is inviting. I suppose they're right, because here I am. Glider, we've a task for you if you're able and interested, of course. Gliders tend to be interested in tasks. I've never quite known quite how to feel about the Atomic Priesthood. As a child, I had been both fearful and fascinated, watching them go about their mysterious business and making up all kinds of things about them in my head. Today I understand they are an order like any other, only more severe, more insular, and dedicated to collective caution in a way that increasingly feels more like paranoia than reason. Still, I do mostly like a task. Are you familiar with Lore the Fabulist? Yes, actually. We need you to find Lore, and when you do, convey that we would like to invite her back to Ekria. We miss her quite a lot, in fact. It may be the most emotion I've heard from a member of the priesthood, and it seems quite legitimate. I wonder what sort of relationships Lore has with them. I am! I told them I met Lore before at our camp. You were the right selection for the task, I think. We need you to find... Okay. Why did she leave? According to her, she wished to clear her mind. We are uncertain what she means by it, but we hope she does not clear her mind of all she has done for us. I asked what she's done. She spread our message to those places where we who are not her cannot reach. A strong voice in the Atomic Priesthood. Perfect, I'm off. We found Lore once. Camping in the salt... Oh, thank God, it tells us. I was like, I'm gonna have to go back to a VOD and look to see where she was. But no, the game records where she was. That is honestly a tremendous relief. I was legitimately frightened. Hi there! As we make eye contact, I find myself waved over. A small, scratchy voice emerges from the mask. I like your bike. What do you know about my bike? Saw you riding into town. I see lots of things every day. I envy them. Would that seeing things could be a day's work. Can you also hover? A little. Wish I could do that. Child sighs and looks wistfully off. You will! It might happen to them rather quicker than they think, so they ought to be ready. It's met with a sigh. I know, but that's so long and I need to do it now. I look down at them. I know if I were so young, I would be thrilled at the opportunity to meet a stranger with a bike, endless freedom, and the ability to move in new and exciting ways inaccessible to me. I ask them why they're so intent on doing it now. Because I want to go over there, across the oasis, and I can't. I ask why. Because I saw a big, perfect, beautiful, lovely flower right in the middle of it on a big rock, and I want it so much. Oh, maybe you can put me on your back. I'm not sure I'm that strong. Oh, I can't allow them to ride with me. I would be more than happy to get this flower. Their glee is returned. Really? Thank you, thank you. Bring it right back here. See you later, Glider. Oh, this is just a... Okay. I thought that was the kid. It is not the child. Well, how hard can it be to get that flower? There's even platforms. Sure not taking my bike, though. up. And up. I wonder how long we're gonna go tonight. I'm unsure. It depends on if I really do want to finish this tonight specifically. And I think I kind of want to try. It's just... Okay, I think we can just jump off, hover over here. I can see an egg snake over there. We'll get that on the way back. Climb up this. There we go. Flower. Alright, I'm getting the snake.
Let's go.
We are in the process of going. Hello? You know, I think we've left that kid hiding for like 24 hours now. I feel a little self-conscious about that, but... It's fine. I'm sure you'll go in for dinner. Hi there! I approach with the saunter of one used to heroism. My new friend bounces up and down, little fish pushed together over their chests. That was amazing! You're such a good hoverer! I hand the flower over to an excited gasp and grasping hands. As I tuck it delicately away stem first, they tell me they're going to dry it and keep it forever in a book they've started with their best friend who lives nearby. They have nearly 50 flowers now. They're splitting the book in two so they might keep one half in each of their homes. This particular flower, they say, will go to their friend. She has looked at it many times and wished for it. And now that wish may be granted because a stranger came their way. I tell them it was a pleasure, and they give me an unexpected hug about the waist. Thank you, this is the best. They aren't wrong. They dig around in their pocket for a moment and pull something out. I expect it to be a little bug or some dirt or possibly an old toy, but instead they produce an entertainer's badge. Here, you're really nice, so you can have this. I ask if they wouldn't prefer to hang on to it. There's plenty of use for such things later. I get a shake of the head. I think this one's for you. I'll get my own someday. Tell them I'm sure they will, and leave with a wave. Oh, so that is another entire, badge. The Entertainers. We could be a wandering entertainer. If we find 3 of those. That could be cool. To roam the land, making the children happy. I can think of worse things to do with my life. This says hello. We could customize our bike a bit. Honestly, yeah, I feel like... No, I think we might have maxed out max speed. It's just acceleration and handling that go down. That's interesting. But yeah, there's nothing here. So, I gotta figure out where the kid is. Look at the swirling pools of water. The glistening surface of liquid dancing and reflecting light. Inspiring. I can't tell if he's talking to me or himself. I leave him be. Cizo always said artists were an odd sort. Yeah, I've never known an artist to be normal. But then I've never known an artist who wanted to be normal. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah. Hey, are there any kids in here? No? Okay. Yes. Yeah, we can't accuse her of anything. We could buy a bunch of merchants' badges and become a rich fuck ourselves. Or a wannabe rich fuck. I'd be more likely to go with the Entertainers Guild, though. Like, I know where my priorities are. I know which side my bread is buttered on. And usually it's both, because I'm making a grilled cheese. You can join our gang if you like. What are you? Like the kids from Majora's Mask? Like the little bombers or whatever the fuck it is? This is a great looking town, by the way. I love the look of this town. I'm just absolutely befuddled. This is Rita, the owner of the Overhang Cafe. Goodbye. I love the look of this town. I'm just befuddled by where this kid is. There are that many nooks and crannies to shove people into. Worked on the set design, incredible job. Yeah, the layout. Discovering a whole new possibility. You show so much interest. It's true. It's why, Elizabeth, as a character, delights me. Because this is somebody who... She said she spent, like, 30 years or something as a guard, and now she's back out on her gliding because she doesn't care. She's retired, she's done, she's interested in moving on. She's interested in seeing the world. And I mean, that's how it should be. Retirement used to mean that you could just go off and have a invent your life over. Start over, find something new. And, nobody seems to get to retire anymore. And I kinda hate that. I do not see any childs around. I do not see the, hide-and-seekers. Now, there's one place I really haven't checked, and that's down in, like, the sewer system. I think there's another quest that sends you down there, though. Yeah, if I drop down here... Oh, there's a snake accessible from outside. I may turn to Google on this one, too. Now, where is this boy hiding? Yes, I would actually like to change what URL I'm looking at. I'm not sure. I'm not finding anything on that. Well, we'll keep looking. It's not like I'm in a hurry tonight. There's the kids who I found. Maybe he's out here? On the bridge? Under the bridge? I thought the tea prices would come back down now power is back, but the merchants still haven't lowered the price. This is a disaster. Sorry. I blame the merchants. Looks like everyone's buzzing again. Power's back. Fancy some fresh fruit? Yeah, we could buy some fruit. I don't see a need to. You, Glider, my name is Maz. I have a problem and I wonder if you could help me. He has a voice like burnished steel, despite the softness he tries to inject into his entreaty. The tone of a man more used to orders and requests. I gesture for him to continue. I can at least hear him out. It's my son. He's being held by the Akreen guard. They caught him tampering with the water supply. He puts up a hand to reassure me before I can speak any doubt. He was only trying to tap the supply, not taint it. He aimed to bring us a better source of water, one that would benefit us immensely. Is that really a crime? By Akreen law, this is illegal, yes, but if we followed Akreen law, we would all die of thirst waiting on some functionary to make the slightest effort. He sighs and crosses his arm, taking a step back. It's hard to tell if he's already defeated or trying to tamp down some rising hope. I won't work to convince you. If this sounds like too much, I understand. But someone needs to stand against this, and for several reasons, it cannot be me. Not this time. Can you help? Yeah! I'm not sure what I expect, but the solemn nod I receive catches me off guard. He steps closer to me and places a hand on my shoulder. There's something else. Something you must know, and I hope will not break the bond we've made. Have you ever heard tell of the Shade of Ekeria? No, what's that? The Shade of Ekeria, a hero of the people, and a bane to those who would subjugate them. Dark as the night itself, smooth as black silk, fueled by the flames of vengeance. A legend in this wretched city. Though to ask the guard or those who line their pockets, the Shade is a menace and a smuggler. I ask what he thinks. I think he was a man doing his best to right the wrongs of the powerful, but I might be biased. I am the Shade of Ekeria. I barely have time to look impressed, before he adds, and for today, so are you. What? When I retired, I hid the mask of the Shade, but even though the Shade was gone, the rumors, the legend persisted. A glider could not convince the guards to free my son, but the Shade? At the mere sight of him, they are liable to give you whatever you want. Maz points at a marking on a nearby wall. You see this? Head to the town gate and look for this symbol. It will lead you to the mask. Collect the mask and return to me, then we stage the rescue. Farewell, Glider. I think that the mark he means is this moon mark, which we've seen down in the water system already. This is the quest that I always think of as, like, the coolest one in the game. Because you get to basically be like Zorro, or I guess Batman. striking back against the dicks of the city council, withholding water from the people. Who doesn't love a little bit of vigilanteism? So as I said, I know we've seen this symbol before. And I think we need to follow it. I'm just not sure to where. Not here. I think we turn off here? Then we look around outside town for this symbol. Yeah, that may be it painted here. I'm just not really sure where to go next. Over here. And then what? Let's just keep going. There's the next symbol. Oh, hey. Egg. And then what? I'm not sure where. I'm not sure where to go from here. It's possible that it's, like, up on one of these little flat tops. I may need to, try and hit a guide for this. Because I don't see any more stamps. And I'm not quite ready to just wander off. But what about over here? Like, ah, here it is. Inside this cave, yeah. The mask of the Shade of Akria. When I wear it, I feel transformed into something closer to a spirit. I don't feel human anymore. Alright, let's get our coolest looking garb on. Honestly, I think we might be wearing it. The Atomic Priesthood gear. Did that not actually change my... There. So, I said before that I picked the whale mask at the end of my previous game. I was incredibly tempted to pick the Shade. And this time I may just end up doing that. Like, sure, you can pick as a job like a climber or a scrapper or an entertainer. Or you could be like Batman for a living. Space Desert Zorro would be kind of amazing. It would. It's just that it's also, you know, a criminal life. Which is rough. It's been a long time since I saw that old thing. When you wear the mask of the Shade, there is no greater ally than darkness and dread. Wait until nightfall, then proceed to the guard station. Be as quiet as you can and evade their eyes until the moment you strike. Then when the time is right, he hisses the last bit, dripping with venom. Show them the Shade. I shiver. Are you ready to do this, Glider? I'm ready. You know, I was thinking. Oh no, it's one of these. No, this one's interesting. Doubtful, but I don't know. Tell me anyway. Listening to you is marginally better than the wind. Thank you. I was thinking about how I've seen plenty of Nimbor plants. I never really thought about what's inside them, you know? What's inside a Nimbor plant? It's glowing. Yes, obviously, I know it's glowing, but why? What causes the light? I don't know, glowing stuff. Why do you think about these things? What's the point? Interrupt. No. No, it's a Shade. Run! Go, go, go. I have no idea how we did that, but it was great. I'm buzzing with nervous excitement and maybe a touch of power. But I tell myself it's only to ensure that I give back the mask and continue my gliding. This is not the time to take up the Manuel Vigilante. I approach the boy, who seems no worse for wear and possibly even entertained by the guard's reactions. He waves. When I speak, I maintain the illusion. My voice is not quite so searing as the Shade's must have been, but it is a worthy effect. Loudly I call him Son of Maz, and declare he is free to go and return to his father. What? Who are you? I tell him I am the Shade of Ecrian, to oppose that might help him along. No, Maz is the Shade of Ecrian. He isn't my father. My father's dead. My heart stops. But Maz takes care of me. He takes care of all of us. My heart resumes beating. Did he send you? The Shade sends himself. Did he really say I was his son? I nod. The boy laughs a little with something like relief. He says that to us. Calls us son and daughters, but didn't know if he really meant it. Thank you. I'll get back to him now. Without another word, he's off. I should return to Maz and let him know everything went according to plan. I gotta ask Maz if he's got, like, the rest of a costume. Because something cobbled together is cool, but if he's got, like, a matching fit... Maz's posture is softened when I see him again, like the weight's gone. He's happy. I ask if the boy returned him, and he nods. Thank you. He's safe with his brothers and sisters. I ask him how many there are. Nearly a dozen, orphans all, and the kindest young people you ever meet. Be in the shade. I saw much of the city's true face, and I suppose I found an even more important role to play. This guy's basically Terra, if you think about it. I would have taken up the mask again myself, but if I was discovered, what would happen to them, you know? I tell him I understand, and I think Maz is far more helpful than the Shade. He shrugs. Perhaps, but why don't you keep the mask? There might be a use for the Shade yet. Farewell, Glider. Honestly, in spite of the fishing, in spite of hide and seek, in spite of lore, it's tempting to stop now and just become the Shade of Ekeria full time. There is a Shade outfit. Oh, man. Alright, hold on. I gotta look this up. Shade of Ekeria outfit. Has to be nighttime, and there is a merchant in the wall outside of Ekeria. Just outside of town on the wall between the guy who gave you the mask and the guardhouse. Okay. And it is nighttime. On the wall. Oh, I think it's this. Rohanna's mask. It's you. I don't recognize this person at all. Shade of Ekeria, legend of this awful town. I'm absolutely delighted to finally meet you. I've been waiting at this post for a long time now. You look surprised. You never met, but you left all your gear with Gramps, remember? Can I have my stuff back? Of course, I have no use for it. It's all yours from some spookily reasonable prices. I begin to object to having to purchase my own stuff back when they interrupt me immediately. Hold up. Their tone has shifted from sickeningly saccharine to direct and matter of fact. Firstly, don't fool yourself for a second. I don't know you aren't the original Shade. Secondly, your previous incarnation dumped all his gear here with Gramps. He might have been besotted with the Shade, but I am not one bit. You can't just leave stuff here for however many years, and not expect to pay at least interest and storage fees. I begin to realize what I thought its delight to see the Shade was delight at the opportunity to empty my wallet. Here's what you left my Gramps. Okay, we can pick up the outfit. The bike stuff, I don't think we can afford. But I'm just here for the clothes, right now. See you around, Shade. Like, I'm just here to maintain the look. Which, let's be real, is kind of cool as hell. I still haven't found that kid. I kind of don't want to leave until I found that kid who we're playing hide and seek with. I don't want him to be hiding for like a year. Sandep says hello. Oh, nobody is actually fooled by me dressing as the Shade, though. That's fine, it's fine. I'm not out here to play, like... In Fallout 4, there's a quest that lets you become, like, the Silver Shroud. Which is like this 1930s pulp superhero. Ah. Aw, you did find me. You found the others first. Yeah, that means I win. Found you all, does that mean I win? No, I don't think so. I definitely win. Anyway, you're pretty fun for a grown-up, so you can have these badge. You need 3 of these, and you can wear the entertainer's mask. As I leave, I feel a small pang in my heart. I miss Simon and the rest of the clan. I wonder what she'd think of me taking up the entertainer's mask. Let's go out to the Salt Plains and find Lior. Way out here. Anyway, in Fallout 4, there's this quest where you get to become the Silver Shroud, who is this 1940s, The Shadow-esque, pulp, two-fisted, guns-blazing hero. And the minute I get the Silver Shroud gear, it goes on and it doesn't come off. Like, I love that sort of pulp, two-fisted action hero who fights for the people, doesn't give up. There's this great radio series, actually. Well, it's a podcast, but it's presented as a radio series. The Adventures of the Red Panda and his sidekick, Kit the Flying Squirrel. And it's fantastically entertaining, in my opinion. Yeah, I think she's up there. It plays on Decoder Ring Theater, which I think is defunct now. But there's like years and years of radio archives to listen to. So that's a strong recommendation if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not making that climb right now. Let's see. How did I get up there? I probably glided from over there last time. Or over here. Actually, I'm gonna quick travel up to maybe your first time ever hearing a radio drama. Well, everything starts somewhere. I can't promise you it's like the best thing you're gonna hear, but yeah, I think what I did was I went and I climbed up this, and then I jumped from there. I think Decoder Ring Theater ran alternating. Oh look, this suit has like wing membranes in the armpits to glide with. Really thought everything. The Adventures of the Red Panda tended to alternate on Decoder Ring Theater with Blackjack Justice, which was a 1930s style detective show. Private detective show. I think I enjoyed that one just as much, but I kind of drifted off listening to it after a while because I just kind of forgot to keep it up. It's really easy to forget that you're interested in something and then have it come back, like, a few years later. I remember this place. I remember coming in here and I was like, okay, why could I talk to you again? Greetings, Lighter. If I had any doubts, I would recognize the fabled Lior. They vanished at the sight of her mask. A face turns. You're looking for me, aren't you? The Atomic Priesthood is looking for you. Tell her I'm here on behalf of the Atomic Priesthood. I see then, Glider. You've come here to carry me away, to end my walk, to make me talk about how I've gone astray. I'm not sure what to say next, and certainly not in rhyme, so I give a sort of playful shrug. Lior shakes her head and looks to the skies, her mask shifting away. I know why the priesthood wants me. Truth be told, I miss them as well. I wait for the next verse, but apparently this is just talking. Why did you leave Ekria? The city's great, I love it so, but something troubles me. I've grown so fond of the world beyond, there's so much more to see. She shrugs. Good rhymes, nice. Tell Lior I like her rhymes. He thanks me with a little bow. The priests gave me a good life. I spread their word. They treat me like a queen. But there's still something wrong. I'm at an impasse. I ask what kind, and she doesn't answer. What is your name? I tell her it's Sable. Sable, as a glider, you might have some particular insight into what I'm seeking. For what I desire is to choose a path, and you are very much on the same journey. Do you think you could help me? I tell her yes, but it's a secret maybe, bordering on a doubtful. The Atomic Priesthood, however strange and severe, have given me a very comfortable life. I speak their truth, I spread their word, and... well, frankly, I stopped them being so bloody boring all the time. She crosses her arms. For that, they treat me wonderfully. I get anything I want as long as I use my gift to convey their message. Sounds stifling. It does. But it also means I get to live a charmed life. Certainly more charmed than most to make their living telling stories and singing songs. It's wonderful, really. So now I wonder, should I return to Ekria? Okay. So what we have here is someone with a lyrical gift who is sick of spreading propaganda, whether they believe in that propaganda or not. And they're happy with the life that gives them, but they're also exhausted by it. And on one hand, a comfortable life is definitely something to strive for. But on the other hand, if she's so fed up with it that she's willing to walk away and live in a cave, I can't in good conscience advise going back to it. Laura dismisses me again. No, it isn't that easy, Sable. Don't you think? Well, okay. I mean, I had reasons. You didn't listen. I spent these weeks wandering the vastness of the desert, traveling towns and encampments through woods and wonders, asking myself questions. I've narrowed it down to the 3 most significant questions, for which I have no answers. Perhaps if you can help me. I tell her, yes, sure, of course, please. Thank you, you have a glider's wisdom. Laura draws me closer, and I look deep into the eyes of her mask. Sable, glider, what is the value of art? Is it spreading truth or is it spreading joy? It's quite a start. I tell her the value of art is... If the value of art were truth, we would not have fiction. On the other hand, not all art spreads joy. There is art meant to discomfort. But I value joy more than I value truth. If all we get is just one life to live a little while, then it would seem a noble dream to give the world a smile. Fascinating, Sable, really helpful. Was it? Next question. When you are faced with a challenge, how do you approach it? Do you value caution or safety? Well, what I'm definitely not going to say is that I thought they were much the same thing. Instead... No, caution is taking a risk, even though you know it's a risk. Safety is not taking the risk at all. I tell her I think caution is more important than safety. Caution, interesting, and you didn't even have to think. Perfect. I never think. Laura clears her throat. When I first left my home and was bound for the sand, I knew not what I'd find as I walked this great land. But now I knew that in going I'd risk soul and skin, so I wore caution out and lit fire within. What's the last question? You've been so helpful, Sable, thank you. The last question's probably an easy one for you, still in your gliding. Why do we explore? What drives us? Are we seeking our purpose, or are we indulging in our freedom? To be fair to Laura, this one gives me pause. It's danced around my thoughts now and again, but not in so many words. I wonder, is my purpose as a glider to see all places, or is it to find my place? I think on it and offer an answer. The purpose of such exploration is to indulge your freedom. Fascinating. She breathes in. Our hearts are such impatient things. They hate to be told no. So we seek out time while we're in our prime, but it's space we need to grow. Laura pauses after this last. I hear the wind blow past, and then suddenly she claps. Well, that settles it. I think I've made up my mind. I'll need another night or so to think on it. I asked Laura if she's going back to Echory or not, and she laughs. I find myself liking her laugh quite a lot. I'll find out tomorrow. Thank you, Sable, for listening. You've been a very generous collaborator today, and I feel quite refreshed. You know, I like that. That we didn't get to decide for her whether she stays or goes. We got to talk it out with her, and she decided if she stays or goes. So whatever she picks, I'm okay with it. Take this badge, a token of your contribution. He sits up straight. A glider named Sable, the fabulous Lore, shared something today on the sands. I put faith in her judgment, all trust in her brain, and my fate in her capable hands. You just contradicted me, Lore. Damn it. Lore bows, and I must admit, I feel quite nice having heard that. Thank you, Sable. I know we'll meet again. I wish Lore the best and tell her goodbye. I don't know if I helped, but I gave it a try. Oh, no, she's got me doing it. So, apparently we're headed back to Sharvarana. I think she might have gone ahead and gone back to work. I don't know for sure. If so, then at least she's happy doing it. Let's see, Sharvarana was... not here. Not there. Atomic Priest... I think on the upper level? And yes, I did just get 3 entertainer badges. Oh wait, I have a thing. I did just get 3 entertainer badges. I can... Okay. Greetings, Glider. We don't know what you said to her, Glider, but we are grateful you said it. Laura's returned with a renewed passion, and we credit you. So thank you, Glider, and be safe. Farewell, Glider. Alright, she decided to go back. I pled my case. And I mean, I know what I would have picked, but that's clearly not what she would have picked, and that's cool. I'm not going to shove my opinion up anybody else's butt. Well, unless they ask me, like, really nicely. Then maybe. You know, maybe. Let's pop back to Burnt Oak Station. Get the entertainer mask. And, you know, I think we might be good. I mean, there's still a lot to do in this game, obviously. But I don't feel a need to 100% it. And we did learn how to fish. We did learn how to fish. I didn't get, like, an angler's badge. I didn't even get a butterfly badge. But those guys are weird, you know? We have an entertainer's mask. We could be an entertainer now. Professionally. Or we could keep wearing this creepy, goony thing. What does an entertainer's mask look like? Oh. A somewhat ridiculous-looking mask, but I guess that's the point. Wearing it in almost any situation makes the world warmer. That is kind of great, actually. Particularly when we're in this outfit. Logging in. Hello, Sable. Hello, Sable. Do you recognize my voice? Jotty. The very sound of her reaches into my chest and curls warmly, cozily around my heart. I'm only kidding with you. One never forgets the voice that first assigned them chores, I hope you've been enjoying your gliding and seeing the world at your pace. I expect you've been good and well-behaved on your travels. Some role already has enough people, so they don't have any badges right now. But you could in-world come back later and see. Maybe. That's true enough. Mostly, you meet a lot of people whose roles you don't get to make a play for. Like the crystal miners. I would kind of like to have become a crystal miner. The lightning crystals, I mean. I hope you've also tried being a little bad. Not rude or unkind, but I hope you've bent a few rules and known the small joys of sneaky little secrets. Perhaps I have bent some rules once or twice, or possibly I've just felt like I have. Which I think is possibly the best part of being a little bad anyway. I'll be brief, Sable, because even though my heart could pour itself out for hours, I don't want you standing out there too long. We've returned to the ewer, all of us. Our period of grazing has ended. We're back precisely where you left us, so I think a little calmer than we were these last few days. There is no rush to return, and if you're having a wonderful time out there, I hope you keep it up. The gliding is yours to extend, but if and when you are ready, know that we are waiting for you with arms will welcome you, regardless of your decision. I should go. Hilal's giving us a little poetry reading. Bet you're sorry to miss that, See you at Gliding's End at the ewer. Take care. There is no undue pressure or poorly hidden hope in her tone. When I'm ready to end my gliding, I'll go back to the Abexi. And that's the thing about this game. You're allowed to end it whenever you feel like it. You're allowed to stop. And I think at this point, I think I am ready to stop. I've had a good time. And I hope so have you. And there's still so much to do left in this game. I know that this is not all the quests. So, you know, someday Maybe you folks will want to play this yourselves, and I will not blame you. It's great. Maybe you won't, maybe you'll never find a purpose to your life, and you know what? That's okay. You're allowed to keep trying things, putting on different masks, exploring how you feel about oh, I'm sorry, am I talking about the game still? I can't tell. But you know, I don't really need to catch all the fish. Well, I do kind of want to catch all the fish. But I don't need to. And we've got a lot of games left to play out there in the world. In a way, that's kind of my own gliding. I keep trying different games, I keep playing different games. I keep exploring different places. The one missing thing would be to craft your own mask. I don't think anybody who played this game wouldn't take that option. Like, I don't know. It's true, though. The Mask of the Whale is the mask you pick when you're like, I want to decide what this means. But I think this time it will be, for me, it will either be the Mask of the Entertainer or the Mask of the Shade. And I'm leaning really hard toward the Mask of the Shade right now. I think that's what, I think that's a little more of what the world needs. Admittedly, I personally am an entertainer, but... As the Abixi cap draws closer, you're right on top of it. The imagined threshold between home and gliding is palpable. It reminds me of coming in from a sandstorm. So fierce the grains have whipped through the air and through your clothes. You peel off the layers of sand-beaten fabric and marvel at the dust on your skin. The bits have managed to get through despite every precaution. And though you feel so grateful to be home and so comforted by the safety of the indoors, you can't help but smile nostalgic as you wash the sand away. What an adventure you've had, and it was only for you. Am I ready to choose my mask now? There's no going back if I do. I am. I think I'm ready. Am I really ready? Definitely. I don't think it's gonna be that... Maybe I should come in with the shade mask. I do love the puppet face, though. Like, being an entertainer is not a bad choice. It really isn't. Puppet face. Speak to Jotty when I'm ready for the choosing ceremony. Hello, Sable. Something I want to discuss with Driss? Nah. I'm ready. I think I thought the gliding would change every part of me. I would come home different. More mature, more jaded, or perhaps able to grasp more of Driss's jokes or her lost poetry. The actual change is more subtle, and it's that somehow, despite spending so much time discovering the world beyond, I've never felt more like part of this clan. It isn't about being a Bexy or which mask I ultimately choose. It's simply that I no longer feel so behind everyone, or like they know so grown-up secret I yearn to understand. I feel embraced, wholly, as the person I am. Sable. So now we've heard your stories, or the ones you're happy to tell. Means it's nearly time now. Daddy Sai is contented. I expect she was more concerned with my experience of the gliding, and the grand choice at its end. For that I'm grateful. You ready to choose? Am I? I'm ready to choose. I won't keep you, Sable. You know what you want, then all I desire is to learn what that is and celebrate it with you. I'm allowed to be excited too, aren't I? Chuckles. When you're ready, proceed to the temple. Which I will. And there are a lot of masks out there. I'm not sure we saw even half of them. And there's our beautiful Technicolor bike. We sure gave that an upgrade. Unfortunately, I don't know if the game saves before you make this choice. And there's only one save slot in this game, so... Now that I've picked this, it's not like we're going back. But... we never really were. Can't stop it, can't hold it back. So here's all the masks we have. All the ones we've collected. You notice how there's a lot of plinths without masks on them. That's because we didn't do everything. So we could... He's entertaining for me. Could I be a machinist? Do I want to choose the Shade of Ecria mask? I really feel like I do. Given the choice, I want to be like Batman. The greatest piece of knowledge I received on my gliding was not from any one person, but from all of them. And it was that there is no nobler task, and indeed nothing more vital in the world than helping people. Beyond whatever machinations and economies maintain the careful balance and structure of our lives, support and kindness and empathy must be at the core. The Shade of Ecria cuts everything else away. The Shade seeks only to right wrongs and help those who need it. They seek to change the world for the better by being better. They make a difference. A real and tangible one. And they live outside of everything else. Maz walked that path, and what's more, he did it with grace until he found a new calling, and was forced to put the Shade aside. Perhaps I should pick it up. Alright, what does she have to say about being an entertainer? I'm curious. Bringing smiles to people's faces, joy and entertainment, what is life without these things? I could become a bard or a fabulist or any kind of performer. The one thing I won't be able to do is stay with the Abexi. Whilst entertainment is crucial for so many, it's not something seen as essential to the way we live. Would they support me if I chose to go this way? Would they be proud? Maybe they'd prefer a machinist or a guard. Ultimately, I have to choose for me. So yeah, either way, we're not staying with the Abexi. Either way, we're walking our own path. And I think the Shade of Exia mask is where we're going with this. I pick up the Mask of the Shade. I don't know how I'll explain it to Juddy, but I suspect she'll understand. Maybe I should have actually been wearing that. Or are we gonna swap to it? No, we're just leaving this behind. I maybe should have swapped to the mask I picked. Oh well. Ah, okay. Wrapping up stream soon? Just wrapping up. Nice to see you though, Calvin. So yeah, we chose to become a superhero. We chose to help the people. And, I think that'll be the end of Sable. For now. Maybe someday we'll revisit it and do all those side quests we didn't do. More likely not. Game Breakers. I want to be listed in the credits of the Game Breakers someday. And it just kind of abruptly ends. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for showing up. I guess there is a continue button, which is nice. I will see you all on Tuesday for more Final Fantasy VI. And I will see you on the weekend for something, I don't know what. But right now, I'm off. Good night, everybody.